So my name is Jessica Bauer. I serve on the facilities committee, and my husband and I have been attending Oceans Church for about a year now. And we own PB&J Bistro and Cafe in Niceville. My husband's a chef, and we met about 10 years ago. And within a month of us dating, I told him our initials are PB&J, and if this relationship progresses, I'd love to open a restaurant with him. So God's just opened every door for us to be able to have this restaurant. But before, I was a family law attorney. So totally different profession for me. Huge change within the last like 2.5 years or so. But Oceans has been a huge blessing to us. We've both grown spiritually just in huge ways over the last year. Yeah, Oceans has been a good meeting place for both of us. And he actually just got involved with like his first Bible study and his first small group, and he's just been growing in huge ways. I like how Oceans focuses like on men too, because he has just flourished as being the spiritual leader of our family, which he's always been, it kind of in lockstep with me, but I feel like he's just grown so much that now he's like definitely taken over that position as being the spiritual leader of our family, which has been huge. We've always pursued godly dating and had a godly relationship, but we've been married 7 years now. 7 years is like seven is the number of like perfection. I feel like adding that spiritual, or even more of that spiritual component to our marriage has been just like a huge blessing, even more than it has been the last 10 years that we've been together. It's been really cool. Since I started coming to Oceans, my relationship with the Lord has grown. I've been a Christian since I was 13, so I've been growing that whole time. But in the last few years, because of the job situation, Phil and I just weren't able to go to church every Sunday. We were able to go to physically go to church for a lengthy period of time. So we were watching online for a while, but being able to be plugged into a church when we opened our own restaurant and were able to close on Sundays has been a game changer for us. And being able to join a small group Bible study and be here on Sundays and be able to plug in, actually get to know people instead of just being kind of faceless on a Sunday has been huge. But I was diagnosed with anxiety like over 10 years ago, right out of law school. Definitely had some high pressure jobs. I was working for DCF at the time, Department of Children and Families. I was a child abuse attorney, and quickly got on medication. I've been a Christian since I was 13, and sometimes on a daily basis was just giving my anxiety over to the Lord, and praying and seeking his face about it and trusting him with the things that I was going through. But felt like medication was the right option and went on medication for 10 years. It was great. Definitely just operated like a normal person, and decided to get off of it a few years ago when I went through my career change into the restaurant industry, because Phil and I are wanting to have children at some point, and I figured, this was a good time to get off my medication since it was a lower stress situation. And so it was back to just going through anxiety with the Lord and with Phil. But it started getting really, really hard last year, and especially like around October. Phil got in a car accident. There was just like a lot of things that were going on. And so come April, I reached out to Michael and Jamie, and I just let them know, like, hey, I'm going through this. This is really hard. I don't want to get back on medication. So please just like pray for me about my anxiety. I don't want to like be heading to work with my heart in my throat, and I want to be able to talk to guests and be open about my faith and not be second guessing everything. And so Pastor Michael asked if he could anoint me with oil the following Sunday. And I said, of course, sure. And so he did. And my anxiety was gone, like pretty much immediately. And the next day and the next week, I was just writing Michael and Jamie messages about how it felt different, and it was just so new because it had been over a decade basically since I felt like that. And it was kind of like I got like training wheels, the training wheels got taken off. So it was a new feeling, like heading to work without or like waking up in the morning without just like having just this panic that was overtaking me. So now it's been a few months and I still feel great. There have been a couple instances where it's been like very clear like spiritual attack, but it's like become clear that it's it's a tactic that the enemy has been using against me, to make me ineffective in like everyday ministry. So we're definitely very thankful for Oceans and the community of faith that have surrounded Phil and I, both as individuals and as a couple, to be able to grow in our faith, grow as a couple and again as individuals. We're just really thankful for finding Oceans and for being members here and for just the many blessings that have come from being a part of this family.